Hello everyone, and welcome back to Divinity, Original Sin. I'm recording this right after the last episode. Okay, I want to use some healing. That's mostly because I kind of cut very abruptly, but I didn't want the episode to go on much longer, so that's why I did that. I hope you don't mind, but I don't know, I feel that let's give her a standard regenerate and a strong regenerate. Thank you. To strange, and then everyone should be fine. So I can switch back to strange now. We found a lot of stuff because we killed a lot of enemies. And I will be looting for a moment. Nice. Nice, very nice. There's a lot of stuff to be had here. Found a jeweler's kit ring. I think if I have high enough crafting, I can use that to... oh, it's not a particularly pretty thing here. If I zoom out too far, the cards on the screen kind of go a little mental. I don't want lab junk. I don't want empty bottles. I wouldn't mind taking the empty potions flasks, though, if there are any. It's just a skull. I don't think a skull really does anything. But I think it's an ingredient, so I'll take that, actually. Then there's a bunch of arrows here. That now, I don't know how exactly this is handled. I get the feeling that which enemies drop which arrows is completely random. But it might be... Oh, Barrage skill book. That's actually quite good. Let's hand that over to Bear Daughter straight away. Fire multiple arrows in a straight line, each dealing 44 to 75 piercing damage. The damage depends on my bow's damage, but it's a good skill to learn. There's also the theory that I'm not certain if that's correct, but it might be that you actually that's just junk, I believe. You actually get the arrows that the enemy didn't fire. So the enemy sort of starts out with a certain set of arrows, and any arrows that he didn't fire, you get when you defeat them. I don't know if that's correct or not. I think it's just random, but I don't know. Okay, here's a book called Blasphemy. Bunch of vials, which I don't think do anything. Don't believe I need a bucket, so... I don't know what the pot stills do. Probably used for crafting. Really don't know. Secrets of the Scroll, Volume 4. Penny bun mushroom. Some gold. Broad skull. I guess I might as well take that. A bunch of torture victims. Yeah. It'll be a little bit of looting here. But hey, you had tons of action last episode, so there's going to be some, you know, talky bits. I really like the background of these containers, by the way, the sort of surrounding framework, I guess. It's kind of a cool idea to distinguish between what kind of container you're dealing with. It's just, I don't know. I have to say, games like this really... empty potion flask? That. They sort of give me hope for the future of game development. Sometimes that's a little bleak when you look at the AAA titles being more and more terrible and more really poorly coded every year, but sometimes you get sort of little gems like this one, and it just, I don't know. I think it gives some hope that there's still going to be good games being developed. I used to think there was great hope in indie games, but then some random indie games also started doing this, you know, base game and then releasing tons of tiny DLC for like $2 each, which is terrible. And I just noticed Bear Daughter has her helmet showing. I do not want her helmet showing. It's just a visual thing, but yeah, I prefer, you know, the hair over helmet showing. Not that the hair looks particularly great at this point, but well, I prefer it. Okay, let's quick save. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, So that's just an aspect of gaming that I really dislike, this mini DLC madness that so many games do. And I used to think that would be something we never see in indie games, but I don't remember which one. I don't want to hate on any game in particular at this point. But I've seen it in various indie games now, so... Okay, and down there's Evelyn, by the way, so let's engage. Let's get engaged with her. Engage her. Well, if it isn't the darling Source Hunter, enjoying your tour around Seal, are you? As a necromancer capable of grinding your bones into powder, it has been a special indignation standing idly by while you and your partner trundled around the city like a pair of apes. I wish I were sorrier to tell you that this is the end not only for you, but for all your kind. Yes, soon enough we will purge the land of each and every enemy of Source. Okay, so you're a sorcerer, are you? And you'd see me tried and hanged for it. How very like mindless soldiers to destroy what they hardly understand. For the good of the realm, they argue, as though that mantra were some ultimate truth. Okay, so what is Councillor Jake doing here? That's his corpse, by the way. Zombie Jake. Master Jake had certain information I needed, but he'd been killed by the time I reached him. For a brilliant necromancer like myself, resurrecting the Councillor was a minor hurdle to jump. His unwillingness to cooperate has proven something of an annoyance, but no matter, we're nearly through. Okay, which goddess do you profess to serve through blood magic? The one goddess, Source Hunter. Her ways may seem strange to you, but her believers know she is marching to us towards perfection. Hers is not a path for the weak of heart, but hers is the only path. I'll take my leave. Hey, considering the imminent turn of the tide, Source Hunter, you should trust me when I say you're better off dead. Brachus Rex is rising, and soon Source will live again. And Brachus Rex was that, I think, the last Source Hunter king. Last Source King? Not Source Hunter King, the Source King, you know, big bad sorcerer guy. Okay, she summons a bunch of stuff, and let me buff up. I'm hoping that I won't get unlucky again and get instant, you know, 3-turn knockdown. And I guess I can try the barrage. It costs 8 action points, but it's pretty cool. Just use it on Evelyn. Not bad, eh? Next, Bloodwind Demon. How about I put you over here? This is just to basically get him out of combat for a while. I don't know if he's dangerous, but it means to get back into melee range, he'll basically have to waste a turn. As he did there. Oh, the music. I love this game. If you're getting bored of this, I apologize, but this game is brilliant. Love it. Let's use a whirlwind, because why not? I think I can hit 3 enemies. That's a good idea. Whoa! I can kill 3 enemies in a single strike. It's a very good idea. I hadn't quite expected that outcome, but hey, he's low on health now. He might die, but still, that was worth it. Totally worth it. You summon a Charred Bone Scout, which is just a fire archer thing, which... Don't kill anyone, please. Everyone's still alive, okay. Well, Strange is almost dead, but currently still alive. He's also got his willpower lowered, which I don't particularly care about. And what are you doing? You're slowing him down. Huh. It's annoying. And blinding him. Wow, lots of action points on Evelyn there. But she has tons of actions. That's just insane. Okay, how about I summon a boulder on these 2 guys? I can't do much healing anyway, so... Yeah... I might not have... you know, that might not have been the smartest of things. That triple attack. I mean, it did wonders on the enemies, but might have just been a little silly. Because now everyone's almost dead, basically. Okay, I want a strong regenerate on Strange. And then I don't have any action points left, so all I do is walk out of the fire. Okay, I'm blinded, so my chance to hit should... What? Character is blinded. can't see Evelyn, but I can apparently have I have a 100% chance to hit on this guy. Even though I'm blind. Fair enough. Not going to complain too much. Let's see, Evelyn has tons of AP, so... Let's see what she does. She'll probably get a kill on Strange. He's only got, what, 24 health left? And he's also on fire. That guy's still alive, but he's still knocked down for a turn. That gal, actually. No, it's a guy. Going to summon a fire elemental next to Evelyn. Hopefully that'll draw some fire. If you pardon the pun. And then conserve the rest of your action points. Bear Daughter, I really don't have any idea of what I want to do with you. Well, I want you to attack Evelyn, but I shouldn't have equipped the 5 action point bow. I think that wasn't the best of ideas. Yeah. Evelyn's at least approaching death now, and I'm going to use the heal on Bear Daughter, I think. And then conserve the rest of my points. The Fire Elemental might just be able to get the kill on Evelyn. Well, at least you managed to get her warm. Okay, not quite the kill, but... I should be blinded. I don't know why blinded doesn't give me a 0% chance to hit. Okay, you don't have enough action points to cure wounds. But target is invisible. Okay, just wait here then. Wait, that's a fire thing. I don't believe that's going to be a good idea. Weaken an enemy. Lowest damage by 50% and strength by 2. I'll actually give a damage boost to Bear Daughter. And also bless her. And then end turn, and so she has a 100% chance to hit this Bone Scout. No, what am I doing? I misclicked. Darn. Not what I meant to do. Okay, I'll just put down some water now. Not a big fan of her being dead. Definitely not. I actually just misclicked. That was completely stupid. I meant to attack this guy, of course, but accidentally clicked, so that, yeah, wasn't particularly good. Do I have any resurrection scrolls? I do, but that costs more action points than I have, so I just conserve them. Attacking this guy with fire is not going to be... yeah, it's not going to be a good idea. That was a stupid idea, in fact. Why am I stupid? Okay. Not quite what I wanted to do, but that was actually completely my bad. I misclicked, so that's entirely my fault. It's not the game's fault or anything like that. Oh, blessed be the name of the Seven. A source hunter, are you not? Am I saved? Am I released from this hideous house of torment? Please, I can't bear any more of their experimentations. So, you're Counselor Jake. Yes, it is I. Or I was he, at least. I know not what to call this living death. Nevertheless, yes, in life I was that Counselor Jake. First abruptly murdered, then cruelly resurrected in grotesque defiance of all that is natural and good. Okay, so tell me about the night you were murdered. How could I forget my last day as a fully feeling, wholly natural man? Every detail is as fresh as a moment. It was nearly midnight, and my heart was heavy with grief and wild with panic, for I had determined to catch my wife, Esmeralda, during one of her trysts with the Duke of Farrell. A trusted informant had told me that the pair conducted their affairs in a certain room at the King Crab Inn, so I crept up to its door, heart pounding, and listened. When I heard the sounds of passion from within the room, I was overcome. I threw open the door, ready to confront a faithless wife, but what I saw sealed my fate. I found no Esmeralda, no Duke, but the White Witch locked in the embrace of an unknown paramour. Her gaze snapped to mine, and her eyes flashed with rage. In the span of her heartbeat, she had sent a jolt of source magic coursing through my veins. Those eyes, wild eyes, are the last memory I have of that night. So, who did murder me? Murder you. The White Witch, that demon. It took little more than a cavalier flick of her wrist to send my soul flying from the mortal coil. I'd never seen source magic before that night, but in a flash, I felt it through my being entire. Hear you me, Source Hunter. If Cyseal and all of Rivellon are ever to be free of the Source menace, you must stop the witch. Okay, so tell me more about the witch. She lives to the north within Lucalla Forest. Her presence is hardly a secret, but none guessed that the seemingly benign forest witch were, in truth, a powerful sorcerer. Had I not invoked her ire that night of my death, I might never have known she were the cause of Cyseal's gravest ill. She alone could have conjured magic powerful enough to inflict wave after wave of undead upon our borders, and she alone can stop those abominations, myself among them now, fate be damned, from overrunning the city. I'd give my life to the cause, if only my life were still my own to give. Okay, so what did Evelyn have to do with this? She stood over me, glowing with triumph as she wrenched my soul out of the afterlife and shackled it into this rotting corpse. Oh hell, what has she done to me? She seemed to have been the leader of this cult, but I know little more. I have only heard them whisper about Bloodstone and Lost Ones, though these terms mean nothing to me. Okay, why would Evelyn bother to resurrect you? That I cannot say. I know not what this savage cult intended for me. Luckily you saved me before I found out. Okay. Already asked him. No, I haven't. Okay, so I know who murdered him. Okay. Evelyn referred to Brachus Rex. Do you know what she meant? That name. I recalled it only from the lessons of childhood. King Brachus, yes. The last Source King, as history remembers him. In the days when Source magic held the land beneath its erratic and tyrannical fist, there was one despot who wielded its power with the intention of complete destruction. Brachus Rex, his followers called him. He nearly ravaged all of Rivellon in his source-addled madness. Only narrowly was he defeated in his terrible It's not even a difficult sentence. Only narrowly was he defeated, and his terrible power, Source itself, banished from the land. Folk rumors have commonly held that Brachus Rex was buried deep beneath the ancient temples of Cyseal. Perhaps Evelyn was taken in by the tales and sought to pay tribute to that wicked sorcerer. Okay, let's change the subject. Can I trade with you? Oh, I actually can. Let's see if there's anything I really want though. Dexterity, bodybuilding, no. Two-handed and bow, no. Strength and air resistance, no. Nah, I think I'm fine. Oh, you're Lore Master 5. Wow. Okay, I'll take my leave. And I, Source Hunter. I'll return to my grave in Cyseal, where I am meant to rest. Find me there if you wish to speak with me again, and take this amulet. Evelyn placed it around my neck during a terrible ritual. Perhaps it contains some magical properties that may aid you. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I've lost a party member, which I'm not happy about. I have 4 resurrection scrolls, so that should be fine. I think it means that she didn't get any experience from the fight, which is a nuisance. And yeah, that was completely my fault for being stupid and just clicking on the wrong location on the screen for no apparent reason. Yeah. I mean, enemy hitboxes kind of shift as the enemy shifts, so, you know, he kind of has an idle animation where he swings back and forth, and that might have been part of the problem, but yeah, it's just completely stupid doing that. But hey, at least the whirlwind attack really did some damage to, well, everyone, I guess. Oh, okay. Some stuff to pick up, though. And also, apparently she gave me an amulet. Or did she? There. Enlightened amulet, quest item. Okay, so it's not a real amulet that actually has an effect. It's some sort of quest item that'll probably be important later on. A smelly scarf. Wow, tons of stuff here. Oh, and we can talk to Jahan. Let's do that. May the pain wrought by sword and sorcery stalk the stiff-stirring strumpet beyond the shores of death. Once more we have stumbled upon an amateur, one who disfigures the pallid elegance of necromancy's visage with rank and vulgar imperfections. She dabbled with flesh like a child with its pudding. She was deaf to the screams of her victims as she made the scalpel glide through exposed limbs with the easy grace of birds through air. And for what? For nothing but to command death. The true necromancer, it is life he wants to command, immortality. Achieve this, and the screams of agony will not have thundered forth from tortured throats in vain. They will be forgotten in the maelstrom of time eternal. Yeah, I'm going to go with the morality route here. Route. I mispronounce that word all the time. It's route. I mean, Americans might mispronounce it as route, but it's route. That very premise is despicable. Nothing warrants the wanton torment of innocence. Nothing condones torture. All necromancy is vile, whether it is practiced by amateurs or so-called professionals. Bah! You keep your minds on a tighter leash than a priest his hidden desires. You shy away from the necessity that is torment for most short-sighted reasons, for the meaningless that is immortality. For the meaninglessness that is immortality. That is morality. Wow. Sorry about that. Reading skills I have none. What is humanity after all but a gathering of germs from which an exalted few may pluck the subject their studies require and vivisect them into oblivion while propelling themselves into eternity? The writing is so awesome. Glory be this noble pursuit, tainted as it may be by the blunders of simpletons like Evelyn. Let us eradicate such vermin wherever we find it. Let us seal up every crevice it crawls from, but let us never lose sight of the higher purpose that is the art of necromancy, necromancy promises yet. I mean, I can sort of agree with that, you know. Kill the bad necromancers, but keep in mind there might be positive applications. That's okay, I guess. Okay. And then there's a bunch more stuff to loot here. Another one of those blasphemy books, a skull. Don't want buckets. Don't see the point of buckets. I don't know if buckets have a meaning or a purpose or anything like that. It might be that we need them at some point, but for now I think they're just junk. Let's check through here as well. I mean, we've made quite a bit of progress, you know. Found Evelyn's hideout, killed Evelyn, essentially rescued the counselor. Poison dart scroll. Empty. Empty. Why are you all empty? It's somewhat dark in here, but... Okay, let's check the desk. Nothing. Let's check the box. Ooh, a copper ring and a silver arrow. Jawless skull. I think last time I got a lot more potions from these places, but oh well. I believe that's it down here. Don't think there's anything else left. Yeah, pretty much. So, quest for Brachus Rex. Evelyn mentioned a certain Brachus Rex. Perhaps we can find more about this mysterious figure. Then we have a white witch who actually killed Councillor Jake, so it wasn't Evelyn. She was just very involved with it. And finally, our source on this journey. Evelyn is not the murderer of Jake, but she is the dark necromancer who resurrected him. Councillor Drake, now undead, told us to seek out his true murderer, the White Witch of the Color Forest. We discovered that the resurrection of Brachus Rex was Evelyn's principal goal in Sicil. Perhaps we should investigate this. Yes, we probably should. But first, let us head back to Sicil North. Wait, do I want to go back to town? Probably yes, so I can start next episode with a bit more... So I basically have a better starting point for next episode, is what I meant to say. And I have a ton of stuff that I need to, you know, hand out to identify and all that. Okay, here we have electrify a nearby target, 100% chances at stunned. Unless, of course, he passes a willpower saving throw. That's an air-based magic, so I think I'll give that to Jahan. Bling. Shocking touch. Okay, just make sure I've read all these books, basically. This Venomous Strike thing is just for selling, because I don't mean to use it. Shovel. I want to use the shovel, so yeah. And the reveal spell can go to Jahan now. I think it's just a useless item now. Just going through this one by one. If you're not interested in inventory management and sort of buying and selling of stuff, this would be a good point to end. That's all I'm going to be doing for the remainder of this episode. So, in case you are leaving now, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I'll be seeing you again next time. And for all those staying, I'm glad you're not bored by the sort of RPG-ish aspects of this game. Pillow with feathers inside. I guess maybe I could combine this with a knife.
Where is my pepper?
Could I?
Sprout legs and run away. Ah, there
I can! Look at this. Oh. So, if you have a pillow with feathers inside, you can combine it with a cutting implement and actually get the feathers out. I really do like that. Ingredients still go over to Jahan. Stuff that needs identifying goes over to Charm. What do I have here? Ranged power stance. I think I already know that skill on the only just make sure. I already know this skill. Yeah. Okay, so that's just something I will sell. Also for selling, lockpick is for keeping, but I think he's my lockpicking character. Selling cooking pot. It's a cooking pot for cooking. Yeah, I'll put that on Jahan. Or do you already have one? There's no need for two of them. Yes, you do. Okay.
Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is.
Oh, those little dialogues are kind of funny. Embellished golden dagger. Useless. Scrolls go over to Charm. Arrows go to Bearotter. I have 3 silver arrows, which lower the armor of enemies. I should really be using special arrows a lot more. It's just that in the heat of battle I forget I have them. Actually, there's lots of mistakes I make in the heat of battle. As you well know, I'm trying to cut down on them, but I still make mistakes all the time. But then that's part of the fun, isn't it? White fabric dye. I'm going to give this to Jahan. It's not really a crafting ingredient as such, but let me give this axe to Jahan. I think I can use the axe to make... Oh, just wood chips.
Sprout legs and run away.
Don't really need wood chips, but I'll keep the axe anyway. It only weighs, like, yeah, it weighs 3 kilos. That's just fine. Is it a knife I need? I'll just check. I know I can make sticks from logs. Yeah, I can make steaks from that. Using the knife, okay. I'll keep these 2 on him then. Actually, no. I have a kind of cheaper dagger. That, yeah, this one. This one's worth 1,260 gold. Which is the base value. I'll get less from merchants, but you know what I mean. And this one's only worth 540. And I think it should serve the same purpose. Right, if I combine these, I should be able to make steaks. Yeah, okay. Steak, not steak. Are these even pronounced differently? You know, steak is in stabby thing and steak is in meat? I don't think they are. Anyway, ingredient. Poison resistance. I will not be using these resistance potions, so they're just for selling, I think. Magical armor potion, I might actually use that in sort of difficult situations, as same goes for the speed potion. I guess I should keep these potions around. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I won't be selling them. Trap disarm kit, I'll keep. Carrots, it's for selling. Shiny or ingredient, so I'll use it as an ingredient eventually. This is for identifying. I know this is boring, but it's part of the game. Jeweler's Kit Ring, I think that's crafting stuff. Empty potion flask for crafting. He who smelts it. bunch of skulls. Can be ground into bone dust, which I need for... I don't know what I need them for, but for something. Another thing to identify, a bloodstone. Use it to cure and heal yourself. To heal yourself and every ailment. Okay, so use it to heal yourself and cure every ailment. I think that's what it meant. Okay, I'll keep that. Unlock the recipe for that. I think this is just... I'll sell it. Armor rating 20. No, I'm only really looking at armor that has sort of special properties. Quest items go to Jahan, as always. Blasphemy. Why the 7 gods exist not now, nor ever have. This is long. Gods? Ha, fairy tales, phantoms. What more? Who could mistake the mysteries of nature for the hand of a ghost? The bounty and beauty of nature. It seems foolish to assign this wonder to some unknown and unknowing entity. Some may request I cast my mind's gaze not upon the lilies in the field, but upon the soul of man and the higher beasts. But this I submit, that I have inspected the inner workings of men and beasts, living and dead, and I have found no soul, only squirming red and bleeding purple. There was no god in these private chambers, in those private chambers. And I'll just keep this on Jahan, it barely weighs anything. Resurrect scrolls, I want to keep on the characters, I guess. Outside of combat it wouldn't matter, I could keep them all on one guy. But in combat, I think I can't get items from one character from a dead character. So let's say the one character who carried all my resurrection scrolls died. I think I can't get the scrolls from that character at all in combat. Outside of combat, I know I can. Or maybe I am able to, but it's going to cost me action points. So I'd rather have, you know, I'll try to have everyone carrying around at least some resurrection scrolls.
Now where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Another scroll. Something to identify. Another scroll. Same blasphemy book, so I don't need to keep 2 of those, and an ingredient. Okay. What I'll do now is I'll go around town and find merchants, see if I want to buy anything. Definitely I'm trying to sell a lot of this junk that I've accumulated. I will quickly identify all this stuff, and then I'll probably be ending the episode, and we can I'll just show you what I bought, if anything, next time. Okay, let's look at this. This is just a dagger. I mean, nice for selling, but I don't use daggers on any of my characters. A two-handed battle axe. I don't use two-handed weapons. Dexterity and intelligence, but requires strength, so that's kind of bad. Also bad. Two-handed weapon, also bad. And a ring that just gives resistances. I'm just going to give this to Strange. Okay. And by the way, if you push resistances over 100%, you actually start absorbing that element, which is really cool. Okay, so I will definitely end the episode here and just, you know, walk around, sell stuff, buy stuff. And I'll show you the results of that probably next time. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I guess I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.